What's up, everyone? It's your girl Special Treasure, and welcome back to my channel. Before we even get into today's video, make sure you guys thumbs up this video because you guys, I just went through the gastric bypass surgery and I can't believe I went through with it. Today is officially day 7, so I'm 7 days post-op, and I am here to tell you guys the tea. When you thumbs up this video, do not forget to subscribe. And when you subscribe, don't forget to hit the post notification bell so when you guys, so when I post, you guys get notified. Then go down to the below and just comment like a little heart or something and just show your love and support. It really does help me a lot. Then if you know somebody else who's going through the surgery or you find this entertaining and you just want to share with a friend, make sure you guys share this video on all platforms to all your friends, to all your cousins, to all your mothers. And yeah, let's get into today's. On February 7th, 2024, I went through the gastric bypass surgery and I feel amazing. So I'm here to just tell you guys some things that I experienced from the hospital. Well, I'll start with my liquid diet beforehand, going into the hospital, going into recovery 7 days in, and then talking about things that I do, like my daily routine and things like that. So let's get on into it. The program that I was a part of, I didn't have to do 2-week liquid diet, 3-week liquid diet, a week liquid diet. I had to do 3 days liquid diet, which is absolutely nothing, which I was very shocked and I was excited for because it gave me some time. Leading up to my liquid diet days, I was grubbing because I felt like it was the end of the world. Like I was like, oh my god, I'm never gonna eat again, even though I know I am. It's just I'm never, when I do start to drop and I'm able to eat again, I know the lifestyle change that I want. So I was eating fast food, I was eating cookies and creams and I didn't care because I'm like, if I ever do this again, I would never be on this scale. And I'm so excited to start like a whole new lifestyle. So like I was closing the chapters of my old lifestyle and I did that, okay? But then starting off with my liquid diet started on a Sunday. Like, how depressing was that? Because I missed out on Sunday dinner. So the Sunday before, I went all out for my Sunday dinner. You guys probably seen it on my YouTube shorts or my TikTok. I did an entire seafood boil. I went out. When I tell you, I went to that stove, I boiled everything that I love, and I put that pot on the bar. I started cleaning everything, seasoning, and lemons and peppers and eggs and broccoli, and I went in. It was a whole pan. It took me 3 days to eat it. Delicioso. I almost miss it. Not really though. So yeah, I had 3 days liquid diet. The thing about my liquid diet, I actually have the paper with me, so let me tell you guys so I don't get anything mixed up. So my 3-day pre-op liquid diet, I was able to have broth, any type of apple juice, grape juice, cranberry juice, Gatorade and Powerade, not zero, any carbonation, popsicles, doesn't matter if it was sugar-free or not, no fudge pops, no fruit pieces in the popsicles, coffees, teas, any type of milks, just no milkshakes, Jello anytime or any kind. I don't eat Jello. But yeah, so that's everything that I was allowed to drink, consume 3 days prior to my surgery. So I had to do that. It was Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So those are my 3 days because it doesn't include the day of your procedure, which was Wednesday. So I did that, and I did that just fine. I truly just didn't care. I did buy some protein shakes that I actually still have, but they have sugar in it, so I'm not drinking those now. So yeah, I did that. That wasn't really too much of a problem. Let's get into the hospital. So I had to drive about an hour out to the surgery, which is not bad at all. Thankfully, the weather was not terrible. God was on my side for that one, because I am a nervous wreck when it comes to bad weather and driving. So we get to the place, I go in, I sit down and I'm just crying. Like I sit down in the chair, like this is before I even go back to get weighed in, and it's just me checking in. I sit back and I'm crying. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, this is it. Like, I think it was happy tears. And I was just so built up with like emotions. Like, this is what I'm about to go through. Like, I could not stop crying. It was so insane. It was like, I truly was like saying goodbye to a chapter in my life. It sounds insane, but I was truly saying like goodbye to greedy special, goodbye to depression special, to eating for coping skill or coping, um, no, stress eating, depression eating, all that stuff. I was saying goodbye to that, and it was just like, I was so built up. I'm about to cry now. I was just so built up with emotions. Oh, I just couldn't stop crying. So then they call me. I had my glasses off because I couldn't stop crying. So I put my glasses on. I'm like, ugh. And they call me. They're like, you okay? I'm like, yes, I'm okay. So I see the doctor, and he's like, oh, you look like you stayed for a week. One thing about my doctor, he was so cool. Like, he cracked jokes, like whatever. He was very chill. He didn't take anything too serious, which can be a good thing or bad thing depending on who you are. But for me, it was perfect because it kind of lightened up my mood. So I get into the room, they weigh you, all that kind of stuff, and they say, take everything off, change, and then you have to pee. I haven't peed. Like, I can't pee. I haven't drank anything since the night before. Another like 10 minutes go by. There's like, you have to, and I'm like, shoot. So I finally did, and I was fine. I laid down. They give you all these blankets, and they connect the IV to you, and I already started to feel like, oh. I put my phone on the charger, plugged it up, set my glasses on the stand, and I dozed off. Next thing you know, I hear a bunch of people in the room like packing up my stuff and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, don't forget my charger, my phone, and my glasses. They're like, okay. So they put the stuff underneath the thing, and then they take me directly to the OR, which I was terrified. Yo, going into the OR is literally like scary to me. Like, I was laying there, and first I was laying there with my eyes closed, but I was like, I need to see this right. I need to know where I'm going in this hospital I've never been in this city or town I've never been in. So, I was nervous. So I opened my eyes. I watched everything. And one thing about me, like, they don't tell you. Well, no, this is where they got me, right? They had me on this thing. There was like 6 people that picked my big ass up and threw me on the damn operating table. I was like, this is not operation. Y'all can't just be handling me all crazy. Like, this was crazy. I was like bugged out, but I was also kind of drugged already. So I was like, did they just fucking throw me on the operating table? But they did that, and then I tried to stay up. One thing about me, I'm weird. Like, I like the feeling of anesthesia because you be knocked out, but I be trying to fight it. I be looking at the ceiling. I'm like, I'm a G. Like, I got this. This drugs ain't gonna take over me. Like, I'm like counting the freaking stars on the thing. And next thing you know, I was out. I wake up. I wake up in my room that I'm staying in, like, for my stay. I've never been in so much pain in my life. Never been in so much pain in my life. If something's hurting and I'm at the doctor's office, I'm usually like, oh, it's fine. Like, it's whatever. Like, for certain things, it depends. That, baby, I was screaming, and they were just like, oh my God, I just can't even remember. I remember they were trying to take my blood pressure, like, doing all this stuff, and I just remember like, like, oh my God, the pain. I can't even, like, because I remember I was still coming off anesthesia, so I just remember the pain was like, oh my God. And then I just remember, and it wasn't pain like the incisions. It wasn't that. It was just the muscle pain. Like, you gotta think, they just cut into the muscle. It felt like I just did 100 crunches. Not that I did. Not that I did, but it just felt like that. Oh my God. I just remember laying there at one point, and this is before I like got my phone, before anything. I don't even know where my stuff is at. I'm sitting there, I'm like, help. I was just screaming help because I was in so much pain. And they came and they said, what's wrong with you? I said, I need pain medicine. They said, you're just like, like you just had a bunch of medicine. Like, you can't. I'm like, I need something. Like, oh my God. I was just crying. Then they asked me, wait, when was it? So they finally got me up, like maybe like an hour or two later. I think I must have dozed off. Then I had this nurse. This nurse was the sweetest, like, sweet pea ever. Oh my gosh, adorable. But yeah, they checked my incisions, make sure everything was good. And at some point, I remember her helping me sit up, and it was the most painful thing ever. Because you don't realize how much muscle you use, like in your stomach. It was insane. So I finally sit up at the end of the bed, and she's like telling me like, keep your eyes open, don't close your eyes, it'll make you super dizzy. Keep my feet flat on the floor, keep my head straight, like try to sit up. And I just kept like, oh my god, like it was so bad. And then she literally walked me to the bathroom. I was able to go, whatever. She helped me, like, I washed my hands, and she walked me back to my bed. She helped me lay down and get comfortable. And then I must have dozed off at some point. She woke me back up and then told me I had to take these medications. It was like, basically what I'm taking right now. So omeprazole, Tylenol, and then I had to take, something else that's like for nausea. I forgot what it's called. You'll see it when I like go through my medications that I take now. And it was just so insane. I was like, oh my god. So I take the medications. They give you, let me show you, a cup this big and say drink this, but they give you like I would say 20 cc's, and they expect you to drink only like 5 cc's at a time, so like a small sip. And I'm like, I can't take this pill with this much water. Like, what do you guys? So I did it, and I pushed it down. I did it again. I took another sip to push it down. I felt it go down my, like, everything's just sewn back together, like everything's sensitive. I felt everything. I felt that thing go down. When I tell you, I felt it come back up, I threw up immediately. It was insane. Like, I was like, oh my god, like I cannot hold this down, like it's whatever. And they were like, okay. I brought the pillow so I could show you guys. They gave me this pillow. It's so cute. It happens to be Valentine's Day, so like that's cute. But they gave me this pillow, and they said whenever I feel like I'm going to throw up, hold this against my stomach. Therefore, my muscles are not like bulging out. Like I have pressure against my muscles when I'm, the motions when you throw up. And that was super, super helpful because I threw up so much. And it was only from like the medications. I couldn't keep medications down. And of course, like when I drink before having the surgery, when I take medications, I drink a lot of water. Like I'm a water gulper. I'm a big water drinker. So it was just insane. And they were like, yeah, you cannot, like this is bad. Like we gotta find a way. So they were able to get, for some of the medications, they were able to give me the liquid version, and then the other ones, it was like, you're just gonna have to take it, like try again later. Tried again later, same thing happened. Finally got my phone, and I'm like, oh my god. So I had someone plug it up, but I remember just sleeping. I just remember sleeping. And when I slept, I didn't even turn on the TV. I was sleeping. I wasn't even on my phone. I was sleeping, like sleeping. They came in, gave me more medication. Oof, that medication knocked me out. I was like, this is exactly what I need. But they come in on the hour to take your vitals, and then they have to prick your finger to get your blood sugar. It was like so much. I couldn't really rest, but I remember every time I did go to sleep, I was knocked out. Now, let's talk about how uncomfortable it is to sleep, because I'm a sideways sleeper, or I sleep on my stomach. I could not sleep on my back. Like, this was very uncomfortable. No matter if I laid down flat, it felt a little better, but I had to get up when, like, I can't just lay down flat. Like, I move a lot in my sleep. It was just so much. It was so freaking much. It was so painful. Going into day 2, I felt a lot better. I did get up. I was walking around a lot more. Very, very painful. I wasn't able to take my morning medications completely, threw that up, and that unfortunately is what prevented me from going home that day. They were like, we cannot send you home if you can't hold down any medication. So I was like, fine, like understandable. They gave me more pain medication. I took another nap. Then around like 12-11, the doctor came in, and he looked at my incision, said everything looked like it's fine, like it's healing. I think the fear was that because I was regurgitating, because I was thrown up, and like my muscles were constantly like, they wanted to make sure there was nothing wrong with my incisions. So they did that, and everything was good, thank God. And then he just said, like, listen, you can't go home today, you're gonna have to go home tomorrow. I was like, fine. Then they gave me the stuff. I took a shower, switched out of my gown, finally got into my clothes, And yeah, I was kind of chilling from there. I finally turned on the TV, kind of chilling. Like, I was like feeling much better the second day. Again, you know, there's still pain, like you have to be very careful, but you start to learn like what feels comfortable for you. Like, you know, not to turn, you know, not to turn a certain way, you know, not to go too fast. When you sit down, you know, you got to sit down very slow, very careful. There's just certain things that you just know, you know what I mean? You learn. Second day was great. I mean, I didn't have too many complaints. I was really chilling most of the day. I was able to hold down my nighttime medication, and then in the morning I was able to hold down my medication. So it was pretty good. After that, the day going home was the most dreadful day ever. It took forever to. No, the doctor came in like around 10. It wasn't that bad, but I wake up at 5 naturally, so I was like up all morning, like just waiting. I took another shower. Like, I'm like walking back and forth. I'm opening curtains. Like, I'm like, what the heck? I'm like folding my clothes. Like, I was going crazy. I was literally going insane because I couldn't wait to get out of there. Finally got out of there. All is good, all is well. All is good, all is well. I think I'm gonna make this a 2-part video because I wasn't expecting me telling my hospital stay story to be so long. And this is already at 20 minutes, and once I chop it down, it's gonna be like 17, 18 because I don't have much to chop out. So I'm gonna end this video here. This is my part 1. Make sure you guys follow me, subscribe, turn on your notifications bell, like this video, and stay tuned for part 2. That will be coming in just a few days. Just bear with me. I gotta film that section and then edit and post that. So sorry that it's not a full video. I don't want it to be too long, and I don't want to, because, you know, sometimes attention spans be like. So, I am done filming this part of the video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys in part 2 that should be coming out in just a few days. Bye!